Dragonflies. They're like something out of a fairy tale. With their iridescent wings and agile flight, they captivate our imagination. We see them flitting around, darting effortlessly through the air, these flashes of color against a summer sky. Their presence is a sign of a healthy ecosystem. But have you ever stopped to think about where they come from? The life of a dragonfly begins in the water. What their lives are like? From tiny eggs they hatch into nymphs, living underwater for months or even years. There's more to these creatures than meets the eye. Their nymph stage is a time of growth and predation. Their story is one of ancient origins and incredible transformations. When ready, they undergo a dramatic metamorphosis. Dragonflies have been around for millions of years, tracing back to prehistoric times. That's even longer than dinosaurs. They have witnessed the rise and fall of many species. They've had a long time to perfect their life cycle. Their mating dances are intricate and fascinating to watch. And what a cycle it is. Emerging from the water, they dry their wings and take to the skies. It all starts with a tiny egg, laid carefully on a plant or in the water. But the journey to adulthood is full of surprises. From nymph to adult, each stage is a marvel of nature. Female dragonflies are careful mothers. They choose the perfect spot to lay their eggs. Where is that exactly? It has to be near water. Sometimes it's a plant stem just below the water's surface. Other times it's right on top of the water. The eggs are small, almost too tiny to see, but inside each one, a dragonfly is getting its start. It takes about 2 to 5 weeks for the eggs to hatch. That might seem like a long time, but it's just the beginning of the dragonfly's incredible journey. When the egg hatches, out comes a nymph. This tiny creature is the beginning of a dragonfly's life cycle, and it's already equipped for survival. A dragonfly nymph doesn't look much like the dragonfly you're picturing in your head. Instead of delicate wings, it has a robust, elongated body. It doesn't have wings yet, and it lives underwater. This aquatic environment is its home for the majority of its early life. The nymph breathes through gills. These gills are located inside its abdomen, allowing it to extract oxygen from the water. They're kind of like internal snorkels. This unique adaptation helps the nymph thrive in its underwater habitat. The nymph is a fierce predator. It uses its extendable jaws to snatch up prey with lightning speed. It eats anything it can catch: mosquito larvae, tadpoles, even tiny fish. Its diet is diverse and helps control the population of other aquatic creatures. The nymph sheds its skin many times as it grows. This process, called molting, allows it to increase in size and develop further. It can live underwater for months, even years, depending on the species. During this time, it continues to hunt and grow, preparing for its next stage. All the while, it's getting ready for its big transformation. Eventually, it will leave the water and become the dragonfly we recognize, completing its incredible journey. Section 4. Transformation from water to air. Finally, the day comes when the nymph is ready for its next stage. After spending months, sometimes even years, underwater, the nymph has grown and developed, preparing for this crucial moment. It crawls out of the water and finds a sturdy plant or rock. This is a significant journey, as the nymph must find a safe and secure spot to begin its transformation. This is it, time for metamorphosis. The nymph clings tightly to its chosen spot, and the process begins. The nymph's skin splits open down the back. This is the first step in shedding its old life and emerging anew. It's a slow, delicate process, but eventually, a completely new creature emerges. The dragonfly must be careful as it pulls itself free from its old skin. At first, the dragonfly's wings are soft and crumpled. They look fragile and incapable of flight. It has to pump a special fluid into them to make them expand and harden. This fluid helps the wings to take their final shape and become strong enough for flight. It takes a few hours for the dragonfly to be ready for its first flight. During this time, it dries its wings in the sunlight, preparing for the moment it will take to the air for the first time. Section 5. The adult dragonfly, a master of flight. And what a flight it is! Dragonflies are amazing flyers. They can fly straight up and down, hover in place, and even fly backwards. They're also incredibly fast and agile. They need to be to catch their prey. Adult dragonflies eat other insects, like mosquitoes and flies, which they catch in midair. Adult dragonflies only live for a few weeks or months, but in that time, they play an important role in the ecosystem. Section 6. Guardians of the sky dragonflies in the ecosystem. Dragonflies are like tiny superheroes of the insect world. They help to control populations of other insects, including many that we consider pests. They are also a food source for larger animals like birds and fish. So next time you see a dragonfly, take a moment to appreciate these fascinating creatures. Their life cycle is a reminder that even the smallest creatures can go through incredible transformations. And their presence in our world is a sign of a healthy ecosystem.